Randy Orton slithering. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Halloween edition of Rants. As you can tell, we're all dressed up.
What are you supposed to be? A tie and a shirt? Come on.
We're supposed to be a suit. The authority for the WWE.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I didn't know the authority was
Triple H.
Yeah. Triple A. He's Triple A now.
Triple A.
Call him for your car breaks.
Yeah, or if Cena, can't get up, we'll call Triple A to tow him to the local hospital.
Is that what Triple A does? Bring you to the hospital?
We tow. Triple H likes to tow the wrestlers that are down on the ground. That's what I do. It's my gimmick.
Where's your shovel?
My shovel, Kane has it. Corporate Kane has it. Or,
I
are you Corporate Kane or Kane? I don't know.
buried my brother.
Which one? And also, I like to
only
drink
got
water.
one of them.
Just don't spit it. You'll get it all over your computer. Then we're going to have to start over again.
He's a pretty fountain.
Yeah. And apparently I'm Zack Ryder.
I was not to
With
spin
the
it,
wig.
but,
That's
I didn't want to get on my laptop.
Yeah, very wide.
The authority paid good money for that laptop.
It's best
We're
for,
rolling in the dough.
that laptop is best for business.
We're making a lot of cuts, we got to save our money.
That laptop costs you $9.99.
We're going to be cutting you soon,
Not
Zach.
a B
Sorry.
plus investment. Okay.
Time to go. I guess I gotta go TNA now.
Sorry. You can start cutting it, so we're going to cut you.
You're not much best for business.
And best of luck in your future endeavors. Okay.
You're fired.
Bray, do you have any comments?
Follow the buzzers.
Where have you been, Bray? We've missed you, buddy.
I'm on vacation.
Actually, I haven't. I haven't missed you at all, to be honest.
I'm on vacation. I'll be back in a week.
You're not best for business.
Zack
Gotta
Ryder.
cut you.
Zack Ryder's been on a permanent vacation.
Yeah, seriously, where have you been vacationing? Hawaii?
Yeah,
It's a nice
Drinking
place.
pina coladas?
sure. Why
Pina?
not?
Yeah, come on.
Or whatever it's called, that drink? Margaritas?
Yo, can you just imagine Bray just chilling in Hawaii?
With his
With a
umbrella and his drink
Yeah, just chilling back like this. Like, yeah.
in his rocking chair. And where's Luke Harper and Eric Rowan? I should know this. I'm Triple H, but I'm out of the loop sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Too busy,
but I found Rowan's mask.
That's all that remains
Oh.
of poor Eric Rowan.
Because I
Handed
buried,
it
Because
over.
Kane ate him.
I buried him alive.
I set him free.
That was nice of you. That's good that you set people free. Is that your new hobby nowadays, setting people free?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get into our predictions
For Hell in a
for Hell in a Cell. What he said.
Hell in a cell.
My hometown.
Where's that located?
In hell.
How do you get there?
Only ways down.
That's good to know. So what's up there?
I don't care about that place.
Have you ever been up there?
Definitely not.
I'm sorry. They got unlimited segways up there.
Thank God, I want a segue. How
Do
awesome would that be?
chimpanzees ride them up there?
Possibly.
I heard chimpanzees riding on segways. It's pretty awesome.
Okay, let's
Okay.
let's segue. I see what I did there.
Oh, good
Into
one.
the
good one.
matches.
Good
Boom.
segue
Bro.
into the
Alright.
matches.
Bro.
All right, first one is the Battle of USA versus Russia. Again, Rusev versus Big Show.
I just want to say one thing. Unfortunately, I don't have very high expectations for this pay-per-view event. I'm not really that excited. The only thing I'm really excited about is Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, but we'll get that in later.
Oh, yeah.
Get into that
Wow,
later.
he's having issues.
Yeah, I can't talk. But I have low expectations for this, and I think it's fair to say that we're all sick of the U.S. versus Russia storyline. It's time to end it, really. It is.
I agree. It's been going on for so long, and it's
No one really cares.
Yeah, it's went through 3 different wrestlers. Rusev has beaten all of them at some point. I think perhaps Sunday will maybe be the night that Rusev loses. I think it's all kind of been building towards Big Show winning.
Rusev Crush!
Man, he just went through 3 different wrestlers in one time. That's crazy. Anyways, it's quite possible that Rusev could lose and finally put an end to all this. Because if you see him lose, that's it. Like, this whole storyline's done, I hope.
I hope so
Man,
too.
that's so crazy.
It's time to be done. I mean, yeah, Lana's great and all on the mic. I don't mind watching her in the ring, but for the most part, this storyline is old. It's been done before. It's not the Cold War anymore.
Yeah, I know, right?
Do something else. But I got a feeling that they're just going to prolong this. I think Rusev is going to win yet again. But my hope is Kurt Angle comes back. He's the guy to
Wow.
finally beat Rusev and end the storyline.
Yeah, that's a big rumor and something a lot of fans are pushing for now. Does WWE want to take a flyer on Kurt Angle? He's much older now, and he's had a lot of legal trouble. So
Oh, really? I didn't know about
No,
his
he's
legal
had
troubles.
at least 3 or 4 DUIs,
Ooh.
and he's been in rehab, I think, at least once. So
Rehab's for quitters. No, but seriously, I shouldn't joke about that stuff. It's serious stuff. But I didn't know that. Wow.
yeah.
So he may not come back then after all.
Yeah, but who knows? WWE can surprise us sometimes. But as far as the match itself, I'm gonna go on a limb and say Big Show wins, just so this feud, the story is done, and they can move on to something else.
I'd like to see Big Show win, but I think Rusev's going to win.
I think I have a little bit of suspicion that Mark Henry's gonna come out and screw over Big Show.
Really?
That's what
I
They're
don't know.
going to turn
There was
Mark Henry heel?
Yeah, I think there was something, one of the Raws I was watching, and it just kind of dawned on me, like, this would be a really good time to do it. Like, it would make things a little interesting. Like, why did Mark Henry attack Big Show? I don't know. It probably won't happen.
That could be interesting.
But maybe it was like wishful thinking.
Because
on my
he'd be
part.
jealous, because he'd be like, well, you think you can do it, because I can't do it, then no one's going to be able to do it.
Yeah. So we'll see. Like, it's just something that I thought of one night. Like, oh, maybe they're setting up for that. Who knows?
Possibly.
Yeah.
So, your thoughts, Kane? Is it
My-
going to be one hell of a match?
My face hurts from frowning so much.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but if
you should smile.
if you learned how to be
Kane,
happy like Pharoah Williams, you wouldn't have this problem.
because you're happy.
I could just picture Kane dancing to that song.
I would like to box Pharrell Williams over the head with a shovel.
Come on, don't you remember Team Hell No? Don't you want a hug?
Hug it out, Kane. Come on.
Hug it out, King. Come on.
No hugs.
Come on.
No.
Hugs are us.
Hugs, not drugs.
No.
Next match.
So,
Oh, you-
what was your prediction? Rusev or the other dude? Big
the,
Show.
the other big guy.
I don't care, really.
Okay, moving on.
I'd rather see, I don't know, since we don't really have many streaks going on, I'd rather see them have Rusev be this big monster that he can be for a while, anyways. It's like, oh, really, he really is that great. Oh, yeah, no one can beat him. Because they have Bo Dallas, he had his little streak that didn't last long, so it's good to have someone undefeated for a while.
I guess so, but they need to drop the storyline.
But for Big Show, they got to give Big Show a big push. So, like, we've had him knock him out, but that's about it. We haven't had him actually get pinned. So,
Any thoughts? Final thoughts, Kane? Rusev, Big Show. You have a little bit of history with Big Show, so
yeah, I guess we're friends.
yeah.
Big Show stopped returning his calls.
Yeah. They had a bad breakup. I'm sorry. We're here. Dr. Shelby's here too. Remember, Dr. Shelby will always be with you, Kane.
No.
So, anyways, next match.
Yeah.
Our next
I don't want to
match
spend any more time with
will
that.
be the Battle of the Bellas. Nikki
Woo!
versus Brie.
That's another match. No offense to the ladies, but I don't really care for it.
But here's
storyline's
the
boring.
interesting thing that here's the hook for the match. The loser becomes the winner's personal assistant.
That makes it so much more interesting.
I know, right? Because they haven't done that before.
This
Yeah.
is more interesting. Just look at that.
That's his girlfriend right there.
That's Nikki.
That's Timmy Wyatt's girlfriend.
Boobies. Boo.
Where's Dean Ambrose?
Mm.
Brr. But anyways, yeah. So they threw that stipulation. I don't see how it's really gonna help this storyline. This feud's kind of getting stupid. Like originally, I thought it'd be interesting, but they kind of dropped the ball with it. But this is a classic storyline for the heel to win the match to make the face the personal assistant or something.
Yeah.
Because it's more entertaining like that versus having the face boss around a heel. Like, come on.
Yeah, that wouldn't make much
That-
sense.
Yeah.
You should have
So
made it to be like the loser, like the winner gets the right to use the villain name,
yeah.
and then she would be known as Bray. It'd be like Bray
Bryan.
Ryan or Bray Danielson.
Bray Bella?
There's a lot of money tied up in that.
I said
Bella
Brie
name,
Bella?
so-
Bray Bella?
Rihanna Bella.
Yeah. There's a lot of money.
So
tied
wait,
up
which
into
one's
it.
the heel? Which one's the face? That's how much I've been following the story.
Yeah, Nikki's is the heel.
Oh, okay.
And Bree's the one everyone's.
So yeah,
cheering for.
Nikki's probably going to win this.
Is that who you're picking to win, or
Nah.
are you just yelling remote?
I really
because
have no
that's
com-
why it
Not
is?
that many comments on this match,
I just
so
like
I'm
it.
just...
When she gets
Picking-
drunk on Total Divas, it's funny.
Wait, which one's the heel again? Brie?
Nikki.
Nikki.
Oh, Nikki. Okay.
Triple H. I need to remind Triple H about his talent.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's... I guess the Bella feud isn't best for business because I can't remember who's heel, who's face.
Yeah.
At least they aren't as crazy as AJ.
It'll be boring. I think you just need to end the feud already.
Yeah.
Under over, the match is 3 minutes.
Over.
5 minutes.
Over.
7 minutes.
Under. It's gonna be 7 or 6 minutes. 6 or 7 minutes.
I don't know.
It'll take up a significant amount of time, unfortunately.
To have all the Total Divas come out and interfere.
Oh god.
That would be
Probably.
interesting, I guess.
Or not.
Hopefully, Alicia Fox...
Interesting thing to tell you though, your girlfriend Alicia Fox will be on the second half of the second season of Total Divas.
Yeah, she fit that to the cast.
Wow.
So
So has
maybe,
AJ.
maybe you can
So
turn in
so
and
has
check out
Paige.
your woman, you know.
Paige is on it.
Oh yeah, Paige is on
And
there. too.
everybody's like, oh my god, why? She has a career.
The only problem is my parents don't let me watch Total Divas.
You're too young. I'm
Too
sorry.
young.
Yeah,
You have
Vince
to-
Vince doesn't let me watch that show.
It's not best for
You got Stephanie. You don't
And
need to look
Stephanie
at
doesn't
it.
let me watch that show either.
It's not best for business.
But yeah, so I'm hoping this. I'd like for this match to be over as soon as it can, but it's probably gonna drag out a little bit. And Nikki's probably gonna win.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I'd say
Yeah,
Nikki. I don't
Nikki.
really have many comments on this, so Nikki. Okay.
Any comments from Kane? Kane comments. That could be the segment. Kane comments. No. Okay.
King doesn't care.
No. Kane could give two shits about this match.
Okay, next match.
Next match, a little bit more interesting this time. AJ versus Paige for the Divas title.
This
Woo!
match is going to be a lot
Yes.
better.
Yes, finally.
The two best divas, the two best women wrestlers facing each other.
Kane must have something against Zack Ryder, really.
So, I think AJ is going to retain.
Yes, I hope so.
They've been going back and forth where whoever is the Divas champion holds it for a couple months and then drops it in like 2 pay-per-views. So it wouldn't surprise me to keep that pattern going. Unless if what they say online is true, where Vince doesn't want any divas who are on that Total Divas show to hold the title, well, that means Paige is not going to win because she'd be holding the title while she's on the show. So
It's just a pretty stupid rule.
we can argue about that. back
Let me
and
tell you a little
forth.
secret about Vince. Vince tells me not to believe anything I see online unless if I post it or he posts it.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me if that's what I'm going to be doing.
Or you're fired.
But no, the match will be great because again, it's your two best wrestlers, and just keep it going. Make sure. I'd say start adding stipulations to these matches. Make it 2 out of 3 falls or submission or just something other than a
Contract on a pole.
maybe
I don't
just some sort of specialty to the match. It would kind of keep it fresh. Again, seeing the two wrestle is great, but you can only do so many regular pinfall matches with the same two.
Have they ever had a Divas match actually in Hell in a Cell?
No.
I was reading an article where AJ was like, they would have loved to have the match inside the Hell in a Cell, but they said the world's not ready for that yet.
But yeah, that's true. I mean,
That's
AJ
awesome,
and Paige are great wrestlers. They're the two best women
Yes.
wrestlers. No
Hands
disputing that.
Hands down.
But they face each other all the time, and like you said, they should add some type of stipulation because
having the same kind of match over and over
Yeah.
can just be a little tiring. And it's like, well, again, they do it because they trust the two.
Yeah.
Because they're good at what they do, and they're guaranteed to pull their weight, so to speak.
yeah,
But as on TV or from a fan standpoint, you want to see these specialty matches or, differences in the feud. You're not getting that with this. I mean, they're throwing in Alicia Fox as Paige's friend and AJ.
which I'm all for.
Of course you are. And AJ's the lone person, the lone wolf, and she doesn't need anyone, which is fine. That works for AJ. But if they continue with this feud going forward, let's just have a stipulation, a street fight or a cage match. I mean, they've done a. Was it no? It was TNA that did a cage
No,
match
WWE did a cage match.
with the women wrestlers. All I remember
It
is
was like, didn't they have like,
Trish and Victoria was a street fight.
I thought they had a steel cage match, or really it was Lita. I remember there was a steel cage match once.
Okay, so
Someone did.
that's how rare it is. You don't really remember
That'd
it.
be
so.
awesome.
And one thing that's frustrating is the fact that the fans, more often than not, they chant CM Punk, CM Punk
Not
whenever
recently.
AJ comes out. And it's like,
Not lately.
it must get to AJ to some degree because she's a great wrestler and the fans are just, they're entitled to say whatever they want and do whatever they want because they paid money. I get that. They're entitled, but as long as they're civil about it and not causing fights in the stands,
Well,
they're entitled. But it's just annoying because
That's
CM Punk's
Her
probably never coming back.
that's
So
her husband.
Really?
Of course.
they need to get over it.
They are. They're not chanting it like they used to. There's a
Oh,
huge,
really? I
well,
thought
there's a huge
they
difference.
still did.
They do.
Nah.
There's like little pockets of it, but then it quickly turns into an AJ chant.
Oh.
Like it's not.
Okay,
It
maybe I'm
only
mistaken.
It only happens when AJ comes out, and it's only like a couple minutes. Like there's been a huge change in the Punk chants.
I feel like we've had this conversation before. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm living in the past a couple months ago.
Well, no, because it was only recently that these chants were still happening, multiple times throughout the night, and we were having this conversation
Yeah.
before. So that's probably what you're thinking. But they've kind of died down a little bit.
That's
which
good.
That's all W had to do was just wait and give it some time, and then it would have died on its own.
Unless if they're in Chicago, maybe.
Well, yeah, that's
His
the
hometown.
anomaly. That's the anomaly. It's gonna happen more times in Chicago. But even the last time they were in Chicago, it really didn't happen that much. So, I think fans are more accepting that this is what happened.
Yeah.
But obviously, they're gonna still chant for him because they miss him and they want him back.
And also, a big part of it is not only that they miss him, but also because he's a great wrestler, great on the mic, but also as fans, we never had that closure of him leaving. It's just one day, oh, he's not there.
Yeah.
He's gone. See ya.
So,
So, like, we never had that closure of him thanking the fans and saying I'm leaving and all that stuff.
yeah. So that's definitely a big part of it too. But who knows what happens down the line? And
You never know
to
for sure.
To your
but-
point of why do they chant Punk during it? Well, we're talking about him. He's transcended even being in WWE, and we're talking about him still. So
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
so we're kind of making the point just by our conversations. But to stick with the match, I'll go with AJ to break the pattern. Even though they've been doing this, hold it for 2 months, lose it, hold it for 2 months, lose it kind of pattern. I think AJ will keep it. This
How long
time.
has AJ had it for?
At least a couple months now.
Yeah, I'm going with AJ.
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 King, any thoughts?
I vote for the one who didn't try to kiss me.
Paige.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 AJ and 1 Paige.
And tomorrow's Punk's birthday. So
Is it really?
Yeah. So happy birthday, Punk.
Happy. Speaking of him, happy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, you're old. He's only what, 36?
35.
35. Wow. He was
My little boy's grown up.
Punk grew up so fast on us.
So next match.
Next match, Usos get their rematch against Goldust and Stardust for the tag team title.
One word. Boring.
Oh, come on
At least in my
now.
opinion.
Oh,
Because
come on
they keep
now.
they
Oos,
keep
no.
facing each other every week.
But
They
come
have
on,
no
you got
other
S-
tag
But
teams.
you got Stardust, you got Goldust, and it's really your two best tag teams.
Okay, I do like Stardust. I do like Goldust, but the tag team division, in my opinion, is a joke because they have no other tag teams. You never see them face anyone else.
Because there
Yeah, I
isn't
know,
anyone
'cause
else.
They broke off the wires.
There isn't anyone
So,
else.
I mean,
Right,
basically,
Axel's injured.
there's only 2 teams that could possibly have the belts right now, and I don't find that very exciting in that
Well, no,
aspect.
that I'll agree with you. But for the wrestlers that are in it and that are involved, you got Stardust, who's been killing it with his gimmick. Goldust has improved so much from when he was first in WWE. I mean, he's quicker now. He's more agile. He can do a lot more in the ring. And the Usos are always fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, the Usos, they're very talented. I like them a lot, but I don't know. I mean, it's not their fault. It's not Goldust and Stardust's fault. It's just how they're booked. But there needs to be another tag team, or at least one more tag team, to make things a little more interesting.
Yeah. You need to have Big E and Kofi Kingston. That's the deal that was supposed to start. But then they
Or
kinda-
Slater Gator. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, they got Slater. They're already an established team. So
Lost
why-
Matadors.
But come on.
Yeah,
just-
where
just-
has Los Matadors been?
Come on, but save those tag teams and put them in the title match
They're
in
B
the
tag
title
teams.
picture. Does that sound right? Like,
No, it
No.
doesn't. It doesn't.
but so
But-
then Usos and Goldust and Stardust make the most sense right now.
It does. It
Until
does.
you start bringing in maybe a tag team from NXT
The Ascension.
or pairing up, wrestlers and making them a tag team. I always thought Miz and Sandown should be
They
a
would make a
tag
good tag team. I could see that
So-
happening
Yeah.
at some point.
Just
but-
a matter of time.
Yeah, but right now it's Stardust, Goldust, and the Usos kind of the top of the tag team picture, just like AJ and Paige are
You're-
on top of the Divas.
You're right. Slater Gator wouldn't make much sense. But what I'm saying is there needs to be at least a third tag team that's established.
Yeah, no, I could agree with you there.
Maybe a
Just-
fourth. I don't know.
4 might be pushing it with WWE now.
Yeah. Well, at least give us one more tag team because I don't know. Just to see the Usos and Goldust and Stardust face each other every single week. I mean, it's getting old. Even though they're both very, very talented.
Hopefully within the next year, the Ascension will show up.
Well, think back to
Just
when
a
you were
matter
the
of time.
most excited about tag teams. It was the Hardys, 3D, Edge and Christian.
That's true.
Yeah,
You had rivals that were constantly going against each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, all that's really missing is
At
like
least one more.
a third team to kind of shore up, But even back then, there was still tag teams that could have really been in the picture. Like
Too cool.
they had Too Cool, APA. Those guys, even though they weren't really, I think actually they've had the tag belts at some point in their careers. Maybe not Too Cool, but they were still kind of a well-known tag team, and they got a response from the crowd. So
I mean, I know one week they actually did have Ambrose and Cena versus the Usos versus Goldust and Stardust.
yeah,
But
but they play that stuff.
they're not really a tag team.
Yeah,
So
that's not happening. But we'll see. But as far as the match itself, I think it'll be a great match. That group has, as far as their matches, have not disappointed.
talent wise, they're not boring. Storyline wise, it is.
Yeah.
I
So
just think that Stardust is hilarious.
yes, Stardust is.
He is hilarious.
Stardust makes
I'll give him
this
that.
tag team
He
and
is
makes
hilarious.
this storyline.
He's
to be
a
honest.
really good actor. Well, really good wrestler, of course, but good actor too.
Yeah, I never thought that Cody Rhodes would
He's pulling it
go
off really
that
well.
far.
Yeah.
He's pulling it off
But
really
pretty
well.
much-
Must be in that family and genetics, man, because Dusty had a really, like, eccentric, flamboyant gimmick. Obviously, Goldust has his gimmick. And
At least they didn't put Cody in polka dots. It could have been worse.
They
True,
definitely
true.
rival the Wyatts in the aspect of being most bizarre.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. But for the match itself, I want to go Goldust and Stardust as the winners. I think keeping their momentum going. And then that leads to a future face team coming up and dethroning them when the time is
Keep the cosmic key.
right. Yes.
I want Goldust and Stardust to win, but I'm going Usos
Going Usos.
because it seems like it's going back and forth.
a little bit.
Might be interesting, but I like Stardust and Goldust.
Okay. Kane, what you think?
I agree with this jobber over here.
Well, at least Kane's not choking slamming me anymore.
It's not too late.
Yeah, it's not. So 3 for Goldust and Stardust. Sorry, Al. Or triple A.
Cosmic key.
Okay, next match.
Next match we have probably gonna be my favorite match of the night. Ziggler versus Cesaro. 2 out of 3 falls for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Holy cow!
They just
Like,
made that match last night.
and I saw that, and that was the closest I could get to marking out. Like,
Well, your name is Mark after all. Well,
Sure.
even though you're Zack Ryder today, but
The mark out moment.
yeah, markout moment. There you go. But no, it's it's one of my 2 favorite wrestlers. It's guys I've been pushing for so long to get that spotlight and get that momentum, and you get essentially 3 matches out of them.
that's
Now they're going to shorten up the first 2.
yeah.
They're going to shorten up the first 2 falls to make the third one lengthier. But just think of like the possibilities that you could see if they keep with this rivalry long enough. You could see some really good matches. Like, I'm super excited for this. And so is Kane.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good match. Both Cesaro and Ziggler are very talented, and I like them both. But I would like to see Cesaro win. I mean, he hasn't. When was the last time he has really won any belts?
Well,
The
I mean,
U.S. title.
U.S. title a few years ago.
but
And
it's
then-
been a little while.
It's been a little bit, yeah. And him and Jack Swagger could have theoretically been tag team champions as the Real Americans a while back,
Yeah.
because they were really kind of over with the crowd too. So.
Even though for the longest time I've been saying push Ziggler, push Ziggler. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind Ziggler retaining
yeah,
because I like him a lot too.
right.
But I think it would be interesting if Cesaro wins from a rivalry standpoint.
Yeah, and then you could move Ziggler on from the Intercontinental title to the main title.
Possibly, yeah.
You know, if you give
That'd
Cesaro
be
the
cool.
Intercontinental title, you're starting Cesaro back up, and then hopefully you give Ziggler a chance to, to show what he can do with the WWE title. Obviously, not something that happens right away, because him going up against Brock Lesnar, I'd be afraid Lesnar would hurt him, and then we would
Yeah.
have Ziggler. And we're already losing out on so many wrestlers. Like, I don't want WWE to lose anymore.
Yeah.
But, I always thought that Ziggler could win a Royal Rumble, and then that would set him up perfectly for the title.
It's a
So
good point.
I can see if Cesaro wins, he holds the Intercontinental title for a little while. Ziggler, he's a little bit down. He gets his shot in the Rumble, and then out of nowhere, he's a surprise winner. I think that'd be phenomenal. And I mean, think of
That'd be
that.
great.
Think of the combinations of matches. You could do Ziggler, Cena. You could do Ziggler, Orton, Ziggler, Ambrose, Ziggler, Rollins.
That'd be a really cool matchup.
Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping. It could be wishful thinking, but as far as this match,
Interesting
the
scenario.
most realistic thing I think is happening is Ziggler's probably going to win. As far as the count, it'll be 2 falls to 1.
Yeah.
They always do the full 3 falls. So.
Yeah. What do you say, Timmy Wyatt?
I said that Ziggler. I like him. He's making the Intercontinental title a little more important now. He's kind of like our generation's Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah.
In
No,
a
I can
way.
see that.
That's a good comparison,
Just kind of
actually.
the way he acts and stuff. And I see Cesaro as like our modern day British Bulldog.
Oh my God, the match between those two in their prime.
Yeah.
Oh my God, would that be amazing? Would that have been amazing to see?
Follow the Zigglers.
Zigglypuff.
So, but I like Cesaro. I like to see, he had the U.S. title. It'd be interesting to see him have the Intercontinental title sometime. But right now, it's good seeing Ziggler with the title, so I want to go with Ziggler.
Ooh.
Alright.
Earthquake!
No. So two Zigglers. What about you, Curly Kane?
I feel bad for Ziggler. AJ kissed him too.
Actually, Ziggler's pretty lucky if you think about it. He probably gets all types of girls. Most of these wrestlers probably do who aren't married. That
I
is.
heard that when the whole angle that happened with AJ, I heard that he was the one who was really into it the most.
Oh, I'm sure.
Who was Ziggler?
Yeah.
Oh,
I bet.
Oh,
I
I'm
bet.
Sure, man. Jeez Louise. So what about you, Triple Al? Triple Al, we'll call him.
Even though I wouldn't mind Ziggler winning, I'm picking Cesaro. Could be interesting
It'll be a great match.
from a storyline standpoint.
Complete side tangent. Where did Bad News Barrett go?
He got
He went
injured.
to
injured.
hell.
Oh
You
my
know
God.
what? I would have seen him there.
I
Yeah.
know. I mean, interested when he comes
I'm
back.
just kidding.
Yeah,
Because
hopefully.
he'll be like, oh, was ever the champion that he wants the title back. So I would like to see Cesaro versus Bad News Barrett.
Oh my God, that'd be great too.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so
Holy cow.
there's wishful thinking.
Yeah. Alright, so moving on from that, we got another title match that I don't care for, other than for the person who's not in the match. Sheamus versus The Miz for the
I don't
US
care.
title.
Don't care.
I don't know what it is. Is it
Except for Mizdow.
yeah,
that's
but,
about it.
like as far as Sheamus and Miz go, I don't know what it is. I can't fully invest my fandom into one of them. Sheamus is kind of bland, and then Miz, he works great as a heel, but this Hollywood thing, it makes sense because he was doing the movies and such, but it's kind of lame too. And honestly, he's kind of getting outshined by Sandow because Sandow's that good.
He's hilarious.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to if Sandow somehow gets involved, or maybe like someone comes out and makes it a triple threat with.
That's what I was going to
Sandow.
say. That's what they should do to make it a
Make it
little
a-
more interesting.
Yeah, like Triple H comes out, is like, "Oh, hold on, Miz. You think this is just for you? Well, let's throw in Mizdow," and then he comes out with the U.S. title. That'd be
great.
That would be amazing. The
Push Sandow, please.
Yes.
Yeah,
Brit-
Sandow hasn't even had the titles yet. So
Yeah.
playing this.
I think the crowd could get really behind Sandow.
Oh, they are.
The
And
crowd
they
would go
love this
crazy
Mizdow
for him.
stuff.
Yeah.
Any role the WWE puts him in, he does great. Even if it's a joke kind of role, or
Yeah.
even if it's a lesser role, he does great.
Definitely.
Why
Glad
not
that-
give this guy
glad
a
that he's
push? Plus,
sticking-
he's talented.
Glad that he's sticking with doing the Mizdow instead of doing different things each week. It's cool that he finally found one that stuck.
Yeah, that's
So,
true,
yeah,
too.
the only way I'll be interested in this match is if at the last second, I doubt they'll do this, but at the last second, Mizdow, you're in the match too. We're making a triple threat.
Oh man,
That'd
and
be
you know the crowd's gonna go nuts every time.
And you know he'll probably win if they put him in the match.
hopefully,
They
should.
or at least to tease the fans. That's probably what they do.
They're
But
even chanting. They're like, Mizdow's better.
yeah.
You
So,
gotta think that's getting to the Miz too.
I know Sheamus kind of just rolls with it. Like back a couple of years ago when they had that Raw in Jersey after WrestleMania,
Yeah.
where Sheamus was going against Orton, and they were chanting every wrestler under the sun other than those two guys. Sheamus was laughing at that. He's like, "Yeah, this is awesome. These fans are crazy," because he's pretty good at it. He'll roll with stuff like that. Orton, on the other hand, didn't like it too much. But that's
Yeah.
another conversation. So,
Yeah. So
but as far as the match goes, if that triple threat doesn't happen, if it's still between these two, I gotta think Sheamus is winning, just because that seems to be what WWE goes for, is build on Sheamus because he's like John Cena version 2.
Because they got nothing else for him.
I don't like either. I don't care,
No.
but I guess I would pick.
Like, I want to care because they're both really good wrestlers.
They're
in their
good.
Own, in their own
Storyline wise, I don't
Yeah.
care.
They're both good wrestlers in their own rights. I mean,
Character-wise.
Sheamus is a great big guy who's pretty quick, and Miz plays a character like no one else. But
I can't get invested in
yeah,
it
so but
because
I,
Sheamus has had the same character for how many years?
How long has Sheamus had the U.S. title? Since Albany?
since the show we went to
And how many times has he defended it? Once?
Yeah.
once or twice.
Really? It's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm going Miz, and I think would be also another thing that could potentially happen, which would be cool. I doubt it will, but this is a scenario I just came up with. Miz wins. Initially, Mizdow is all happy for him, and they celebrate, and just watching Mizdow celebrate will be hilarious in itself.
Yeah.
But eventually, Mizdow's going to get jealous of the Miz, and Mizdow's going to turn on the Miz, and they'll start feuding. And
See, what I think is going to happen is the opposite. I think as long as this crowd stays behind Sandow, I think Miz will get jealous of Sandow, and then Miz will eventually turn on him. So it's not a heel turn because he's already heel, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like a face turn by being attacked by the heel. I think that's something that could happen.
well,
down the
either
line.
way, regardless, I think it would be interesting if they turn on each other somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
And then Miz wins, and then they face each other in a match at a later date, and Sandow beats Miz.
Yeah.
Would they
possibly.
change Sandow and he just be like a regular guy, or would they have him do the intellectual savior, the robe, and all that again? I don't know. If they would do that again.
If they do a face, and he'll probably stick with that, but he won't be like the insulting intellectual. He'll just
He'll be he'll be educating the fans, but in a nice way. You're like,
Sure.
"Yeah, fun fact, did you guys know?
yeah, I
that-
can see like that cheesy corner.
Like they'll still have, maybe he'll still inform the fans, but he'll inform the fans the opposite way, like in a nice
Yeah,
kind of way.
yeah.
He's got like the new comedy gimmick, like Santino Morello.
Yeah,
So that's pretty much his new role. I mean, now he can deal with it. Now that people are behind him, he's not too fed up with it. So,
yeah,
hey, if you can do it, you can roll with it. That's cool.
yeah. And that's what you got to be in WWE, is adaptable. You know, if they
Yeah.
give you a gimmick, and then if you can do it well, then you'll be rewarded. You know, that's the thought at least.
So
Yeah, it could have been worse. He could have been a rosebud.
Yeah. See where that got people.
so I picked Miz.
Yeah, Sheamus.
Kane.
I hope I see both of them in hell.
Kane's not in the mood to really pick people today. Kane's only in the mood to pick people off.
I'll go with Miz.
Okay. 2 Miz's, a Sheamus,
And
and a CN Hill. Both. Okay.
That's how Cave feels about that.
Okay,
match.
next match.
All right, so now we have the 2 main events. We'll go.
Not 1, but 2
Wow, that's a low price.
I'd buy
for
that.
$9.99.
So
What's he gonna pay? $9.99.
Rollins versus Happy Scary Dean Ambrose in the Hell in a Cell.
Side
The
note,
Joker.
YouTube. While you're here, YouTube TV wrestling.
Watch TV wrestlers. It's hilarious. Cartoon versions of
If
the
you like
WWE wrestlers.
anime style cartooning,
And also, while you're here, watch us too. Well, you're probably watching
what do
this
you know?
already. If you,
Hey,
Okay.
Triple H, shut up.
I'm not what's best for business.
B
Alright.
plus.
All right. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. It's been building for months. We're getting it in Hell in a Cell.
The best match of the night.
It,
Most likely,
it definitely
yes.
could be probably the most hyped up match
I
of
mean,
the
nice
night.
if it, I don't know what the order of it is going to be. If it's going to be the last match or
It's not going to be the last.
I wish
Cena and Orton's going to be the
I wish
last.
it was. That would have been awesome. but
Yeah, it would
It's
have
going to be freaking Cena and Orton.
They'll probably have Ambrose versus Rollins, and then maybe have like a Divas match in between.
Yeah. And then the main event.
But that would mean they would have to lower the cell and raise it.
Yeah, that's fine. They can do
Couple
Yeah, that's fine. They can do that. But me personally, I expect some crazy stuff to happen. In the cell, it's Dean Ambrose. He's kind of been, he's a lunatic, as in his gimmick. So you have to imagine him getting his hands on Seth. He would do some crazy stuff to him. I want to see them climbing up the side of the cage. I want to see them on top of the cage. I honestly want to see someone go through the ceiling of the cage,
Oh,
falling down
like
into
Foley.
the ring, like Foley.
I like this Ambrose kid.
That was one of the best parts about Raw this past week. Foley making an appearance.
Yeah, that was awesome seeing Nick. But the match, I think, will be really fun. These two work together so well. Obviously, they've known each other for years, and this could be the end of the feud if Ambrose wins, but it could just only continue and fuel the feud if Rollins wins. So either way, we're getting something out of it. But what I think most likely will happen, probably Ambrose wins, and he'll get his retribution. And maybe we start seeing Ambrose in the title picture. Somehow throw him in there, get the belt off of Lesnar somehow, and who knows, maybe he wins the Rumble.
That'd be interesting.
So,
When Lesnar loses, when he finally loses, it's not going to be clean, most likely.
probably. Depends who he goes up on. I think if it's Cena that ultimately beats him, then yeah, he'll lose. Just because it would do better for the storyline if he did, because it's like whoever beats him clean conquered the beast, no questions asked. Like there's not like a what. There's not a what if, So when and if that happens, it should be pinfall, submission, whatever it is. Nothing, no interference, unless if it's I don't know, the unlikely scenario if it's Orton versus Lesnar and Seth Rollins comes out, or Triple H comes out to help Orton. I don't think that's happening.
But I think this is going to be the best match of the night, and I'm going to be really excited to see what tricks Dean Ambrose has up his sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
His bag of tricks. How he's had a Seth Rollins doll and stuff like that. So I'll be interested to see what types of tricks he has in store for him.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
It's crazy versus smarts. But in a type of match like this, what Foley was saying, crazy beats smarts.
Yeah, that's very true.
Usually.
Yeah. So, but it should be a fun match.
It's not about who wins the match. It's about who survives it.
Yeah. I'll make sure, since I'm Triple H, I'll make sure they both survive. And because if they're down on the ground for a long period of time, I'll just tow them to the nearest hospital and revive them.
Are you gonna call in Brad Maddox?
Oh, Brad Maddox.
Brad Maddox. I miss that guy. He was a good chess player.
Yeah. Let's go Dean Ambrose.
Going Dean, yeah, I'll go Happy Scary Dean.
Happy Scary Dean sounds like my kind of guy. We should get a shovel sometime.
Yeah, I get. Oh man, everyone's going Dean.
You can go Rollins, it's okay.
You can sell out, Seth.
We won't beat you up too bad.
Well,
Nah,
maybe they won't.
I'm going Dean. We're all going Dean.
Alright, all Dean Ambrose.
We're all Deaning, whatever Deaning is.
Deaning.
We made the Dean's list.
Yeah, we made the Dean's list. We're all smart students.
That can be our sign at SmackDown.
Seth Rollins, he's got smarts. Dean Ambrose has got the crazy. So you would think Seth Rollins would make the Dean's list. Seth Rollins is on Dean's list
Bad
to
Joke
beat-
Alex is back.
to beat up.
Yeah, bad joke, Alex. He made his return.
Seth Rollins is on Dean Ambrose's list of who he wants to beat up.
There you go.
He made the Dean's list.
Yeah, he's the only one on there.
But one thing I don't like, and I know we're going to talk about this match shortly, is the fact that Dean Ambrose beats John Cena in that pole match, and then the WWE rewards Cena with a potential title
number one
bid
contenders match.
when he lost. That's messed up.
I mean, you got to do something with the two because, like, why?
But
Are
why does
you
he get
just
a
gonna
title
have-
shot because he lost?
Well, he
Well,
gets
he has to be Orton first
yeah.
for that
So
to happen.
really, it's not rewarding him for it. It's rewarding him for just being John Cena, and it's rewarding Randy Orton for being Randy Orton and being the top two faces and heels. But you have to do something with these guys. I mean, are you going to leave them off the card?
You're not going to leave them off the card, but I don't think it would suffer if you put Cena at mid card or something.
Cena
Can
being
we
a
see a
mid-carder?
mid-card pay-per-view or Cena?
Oh no,
mid-card?
not on a pay per view, but I mean overall, like say on Raw, like I don't think it would really hurt the product because he's already over. So why not put him at mid card?
The day Cena is mid-card again would be crazy to see.
Just at least for a little while. I mean, not like it doesn't need to be long term, but I don't know.
If he's putting over guys like Bray or feuding with
What are you
someone,
talking about? Triple H is right here.
He actually did put over Bray because he beat Bray.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I'm saying like if he's doing
Sorry, Bray.
Then he buried the songs. And now we have to have all these new vignettes just to re-debut.
maybe that was the plan all along. And it ain't Cena that's burying people. It's WWE that's burying
Well-
people.
It was this
Talk
guy
to
with
him.
his shovel.
Damn it, Triple H.
Yeah, I have a shovel.
I
too.
deserve it. You can do your whatever what's your finishing move, Sister Abigail. You can
I don't think
you can Sister Abigail me if you want.
I don't think Bray
That
wants
sounds
to
dirty.
kiss Triple H.
What's that?
I don't think Bray wants to kiss Triple H on the cheek and whisper sweet nothings in his ear.
Anyways.
But yeah, we're on to the main event. aren't
So
we?
so we
kinda
all
segue.
picked Dean, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the main event.
That's gonna be a great match.
Yeah. Now the main event of the night: Randy Orton versus John Cena.
Never
In
heard
the
of
Hell in
him.
a Cell. No.
Who's he?
Some new guy
Sorry.
from Massachusetts. Some Red Sox fan.
Oh, I hope he loses.
Yeah. In Hell in a Cell, winner becomes number one contender and has a title shot down the line. They didn't specify when or anything, but this could be a decent match. I don't have high expectations for it because they've both been in Hell in a Cell matches before, but you don't really think of them doing too much crazy stuff. I don't really know what to think other than John Cena's probably going to win because of what I was saying, before, that Randy Orton is going to take some time off. And why would he win if he's taking time off, supposedly?
Or Orton could win because why would Orton RKO Heyman to be like, oh, hey.
Out of nowhere.
And then, hey,
Out of nowhere.
then Brock gets mad. Like, why are you messing with my manager? So, I don't know.
Well, and that would mean that if he is leaving and they have a win, he would need that title match pretty soon, like in the next couple of weeks. You're not having Lesnar lose it on Raw,
Yeah.
So,
I gotta be honest, I'm not very excited about this match because
Seen some of these
for the
guys.
5,000th time they're facing each other. They already faced each other in Hell in a Cell a few times. I mean, it's just old.
yeah, it was put together because you need to put those two on the card somehow.
Yeah, I
some way.
guess, but
And you're not going to throw them in a normal match because the theme is Hell in a Cell.
yeah, I know, I understand that. I'm just saying we've seen it before.
Yeah.
Well, they threw stipulations to make it a little different.
At least you're getting two cell matches. Before you'd have like this big pay-per-view and only one match.
That's
has
true. That's true.
stipulation.
I give the WWE credit for that and making 2 Hell in a Cells, which makes it more interesting. But at the same time, in a way, if you think about it, in this aspect, it kind of takes away from it because when you have 2 matches in Hell in a Cell, it kind of takes away from the specialness of it. It's kind of like, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
Triple H.
but-
Hell is a special place for me too.
Is it? Do they? Is it fun down there?
I like to grow my devil horns.
You like to grow what?
Your face.
You like to grow faces of me? How does that work?
They're called two-headed dragons, Joe.
Oh. But
if I had to pick this match, I'd pick Cena, so that he could feud with Brock again and then get the title maybe down the line. I don't know when. I wish they would specify, because Brock probably won't come back till Rumble time. But
His contract's up in December,
Yes,
supposedly, so
so
might not even make it to the Rumble.
at least
maybe Survivor Series would be nice.
they had some type of stipulation where winner of this goes on to face Lesnar for the title. Whenever that's going to happen, it could be months down the road. Who knows? As much as I don't want to see Cena have another title shot, at least they made some stipulation. But I'm not a big fan of Orton. But I would actually prefer to see Orton win, and here's why. I don't think it's going to happen. I doubt it will, but I really hope it does. I'd like to see Orton beat Cena. Orton face Lesnar. Orton somehow beat Lesnar. Rollins cashes in.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, Rollins curb stomped Orton on Raw. Curb stamped.
Curb stamp.
He stamped him with
With a curb.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool stamp. I put them on my envelopes all the time. So, anyways, it's a specialty Rollins curb stamp. So,
Oh my God, U.S. Post Office, get those stamps now.
and so the WWE should capitalize on it.
Yeah.
So
We endorse it.
I'll be talking with Vince about the curb stamps.
Okay, we do
Curb
that.
stamps.
So, anyways,
No, burn
he curb stomped Orton, and they haven't been on the same page recently. And so you know a feud's going to come between those two guys pretty soon.
Yeah.
And so I could see possibly Orton winning, Orton being Lesnar, Rollins cashes in, they feud. And even if that scenario doesn't happen, you know those two are going to fight each other regardless. You know a feud is going to happen
Yeah,
between
some
them two.
point down the
And
line.
you know
Would be
that
nice.
Orton is going to turn face sooner than later.
Because they were like, I'm done with the authority. I want to go my own way. I don't need your help anymore.
So, I mean, we'll see. Like, the possibilities that come for the match are more exciting than
The match
the
itself.
match itself.
Yeah,
because it's
I
like
guess so.
I want the match to be done with and there to be a decision, and then whatever happens. You know,
So you pick Cena?
Yeah.
Cena?
Cena.
Who did Kane pick? Hell?
Me standing in the middle of the ring making fire out of all four corners like, oh!
No, Kane, let me ask you this. Are you going to interfere in any of the matches?
Ooh.
It'd be cool if the monster came back.
Oh.
The Demon Kane.
And if so, which match are you going to interfere?
I don't have an answer to that. I'm living my secret life of running for senator. For governor.
Whatever.
So you're running for governor of hell?
Exactly.
I hope you win. Good luck.
Good luck with that, Kane.
Well, it is election season, so you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Corporate king.
So, any last thoughts about this event or about the WWE in general, like where it's headed and stuff like that?
It could possibly be heading in the right direction if certain people win their matches and they build on their stories a certain way. If you have Dean Ambrose win, you have him get involved with the title picture somehow. You get the title off Brock. That's the first thing. At some point, a month or two from now, get that title off of him, because
Yeah, they have to.
yeah, he's been gone this long. I'm sure he'll make an appearance between now and a couple months, maybe once in a while.
Oh, wow.
But
That's awesome.
yeah, but there's potential for big things if they're willing to take the chance with the young wrestlers that they have.
Yeah.
Are they willing to push Ziggler into the spotlight more? Are they willing to make Cesaro a bigger wrestler? Are they willing to run the ball with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, and then whenever Roman Reigns comes
Yeah,
back?
hopefully Roman Reigns gets better soon.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
But
really just-
That sucks because they had so much
Yeah,
momentum.
he was definitely next in line for that title. So,
Yeah.
but now that he's injured, who knows what's going to happen. But because of the mystery of what's going to happen, it makes it appealing in that sense.
That's true.
I just don't want them to fall back onto their old habits, which they usually do. Having Cena hold the title for a long time, him going up against the younger wrestlers, and then them not getting anything out of it. They have to start thinking long term. You have Dean Ambrose, you have Seth Rollins, you have Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
You don't know when you're
That's true.
you don't know when you're getting Daniel Bryan back. You're not getting Reigns back for a while. You don't know if Punk's coming back. And if and when Sting ever debuts for WWE, he's going to be limited. He's not going to be a full-time wrestler. So you need to rely on your younger guys to really run with it.
And unfortunately, Dan Bryan's career may be over. I hope not.
Yeah,
But-
that's the scary thing because we just saw.
Which sucks. Because
We
he never
just-
had that title run.
Yeah, we just saw him reach his highest potential, and then who knows if he wasn't injured, what kind of matches we could get out of
I
him.
know.
Him versus Seth Rollins for the
That
title
would've
would
been
be
so awesome.
amazing. They've had matches in Ring of Honor before, and they're phenomenal. So, the possibilities were there. Unfortunately, he's hurt and needs another surgery, and who knows what happens.
Tommy
He's-
John, right?
Yeah, and he could be out. We could, as long as he comes back.
Yeah,
I think the
but-
earliest would be next SummerSlam,
Yeah.
and that's a long time. It's a really long
Yeah.
time to be out, and that sucks.
But
But
if he did go to SummerSlam, I plan on being at that one anyways.
yeah. Luckily,
That's
that one's
cool.
in New York, so that might be a trip worth making.
Speaking of comebacks, when are you coming back to WWE? We've been waiting for you, man.
The Wyatts are coming back soon. We're going to be stronger than ever. And,
Who's your first target going to be?
Mm.
I don't know. It's a good question. I've already been against Cena. I've already been against Jericho.
Well, they're definitely building Bray, bringing in something or bringing in someone new, because it always has it's coming.
Yeah.
Have you ever faced Ziggler?
No, he wants to.
Bray versus Ziggler would be pretty fun to watch.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. But who knows what they're going to do with
With
these
bringing
Wyatts.
the Ascension, then maybe.
And why did you set Luke Harper and Eric Rowan free? Just wondering.
Because they are on to bigger and better things. I was their leader, but now they have seen the light that I've given them, and they're going to be going for the gold. Either U.S. title or Continental titles, you never know. Where they
Do you
can
think
go.
any of them will turn against you and wrestle you?
Oh,
Bring on the fight, I'm ready.
Luke Harper versus Bray Wyatt.
Let's
I'm
go.
all
That'd be
for,
interesting.
I'm all for that match.
That'd
I'm
be
all
pretty
for
cool.
that.
I don't think I've ever seen them wrestle each other.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
As long as you follow the buzzards, and or we have recruits for new family members if you want to join the
Let's just say
Wyatts.
the buzzards are. There's not too
It's
many.
a very
buzzards
extensive
anymore.
process. You have to fill out a lot of forms. You have to wait in line.
You gotta be able to grow a beard.
Grow a
or
beard.
buy one at the store.
Not buy razors or shaving cream.
Make a really crazy, scary face.
You have to be able to walk on your hands. You have to be able to eat cockroaches for dinner.
I don't do
You
that.
have to
Well.
be able to,
I'm just kidding.
not do your laundry for a month.
You have to be able to wear Hawaiian t-shirts or whatever those shirts are. You have to be able to like sitting in rocking chairs, holding lanterns around.
I hope they give the Wyatts a push. I'm like, really? It's like the second pay-per-view they're not going to be on.
I know.
Really?
What's up with that?
I hope
Like
they
I
have
said, they're
something-
building towards something.
I got a feeling
something big.
that tonight's that they're going to come back after Hell in a Cell on Raw.
I would hope soon. I want
Because-
to see them in Albany in a couple weeks.
Even though these promos are great, we've seen a lot of these promos. It's about time that they come back. And
Yeah.
I think for them to come back on Raw would be the perfect time.
Yeah. Who knows? They could come back Monday, and if they came back Monday, because Hogan's supposed to be on. If they attacked Hogan, that'd be awesome.
the immortal Hoagie Poggy.
Did they?
Poggy Poggy.
Yeah, that is a good point because
Poggy Poggy.
the last time we saw them, they were Bray was feuding with Y2J, and Y2J first came back, and they attacked Y2J. So whoever,
Bray says he wants to feud with Sting. That'd be cool.
That'd be
Interesting.
fun. That'd be a fun match.
I'd like to see this guy feud with Bray. That'd be
Ooh,
cool.
Kane versus
I'm
Brock.
They already
taller
had
than
it.
you.
They had it at SummerSlam.
Oh,
4
well.
years ago.
Maybe again, who knows?
Yeah.
But if they had Bray feud with someone else, that could be really interesting.
Yeah.
Just needs to come back. Come on back, Bray.
So, anyways, that's our show.
Mosey on home.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Hope you enjoy Hell in a Cell and hope you have a happy Halloween.
Yeah,
stay
and
safe.
just a word of advice: don't get candy for me because I don't give out candy.
He has a van but no candy. It's very disappointing. I walked to the van. He had no candy.
I have fruit.
Oh yeah.
I have rotted apples and bananas. If you want.
Yum.
All full of tricks and no truth.
But seriously, be safe out there. Trick or treating. If you're trick or treating, don't egg my house because those damn kids egged my house last year, and I spat water all over them as retribution.
You buried him.
Yeah. But anyways, follow us on Twitter, Ring Rants. Follow me on Twitter, Outscored14. Follow this dude on Twitter at.
Tim Beagle. Like us on Facebook.
I hope you like us. If you don't like us, then I won't like you.
We'll send Kane after you.
Follow this guy on Twitter at.
No Twitter handle.
Follow Kane at Twitter at. Hell.
Hashtag hell.
So, any last words?
Let's go Ambrose and let's go Ziggler and Cesaro.
Hell in a Cell.
You're fine.
Two Vince McMahons. Oh no.
I hope my parents let me watch it. It has a bad word in it. Hell.
They call it Heck in a Cell.
Make it PG.
Oh, WWE hasn't been PG since Brie shouted out the B word to Stephanie.
What, beautiful?
Oh.
Or beast?
Kane's got to stretch.
Oh.
Well, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to us. Tell your friends about us. Send your questions. We really enjoy answering your questions. We had some very nice questions.
Look, it's not Kane anymore.
Oh, hey.
Kane
Where'd the
just
Kane
turned
go?
into a girl.
Whoa.
A woman.
That's creepy.
We off the air now.
All right. See ya.
Bye.